Arizona, homeowner's best friend.
We actually got, like, when people see our newsletter come out, then we'll get hit with a couple questions. Well, make sure you cover this and that and this and that. And a couple of people were talking about some new things, and they were saying, can you really paint in the middle of the summer in the valley? Can you really paint in the middle of the winter in Flagstaff? Talk about what your favorite manufacturers kind of come up with.
Yeah, no, it's a really good question, right? In Phoenix, we say we have two temperatures, right? Hot and a little less hot. So we got to be prepared to paint in any kind of weather. So right here, actually, we have a new product from Sherwin-Williams, relatively new. It came out about a year and a half ago. We were going to them time after time, and we were asking, like, hey, like,
what's the magic sauce?
What's the magic sauce? We need something that we can use when it's 110 out, and it's, that's the projected temperature, 115. So they came out with this
because
product.
At that temperature, your west-facing stucco wall is approaching 130, 135.
Exactly. And it's like, man, our painters need to eat and feed their families in the summer. We want to make sure we're taking care of them. So what's a product that's going to let them do that, right?
Yeah.
So we have this right here. It can go on up to 120 degrees. So that allows
ambient temperature?
Yep, exactly. So we're good to go. It's a really impressive product.
Okay. And in working with it, Sam, will a painter notice any difference? Is the viscosity a little thinner, or is it just an invisible magic juice that's in there?
It feels like maybe an invisible magic juice, but it is a little thinner. It goes on really well, and it also goes down to those cold temperatures like you're mentioning in Flagstaff. So when it's really cold outside, just like any paint, when it's warmer or cooler, the paint will change a little bit, but this paint stays pretty steady, and it has really good coverage and color retention. So down the road, you're not going to have to worry about massive fading or anything like that for quite some time.
Because what temperatures, in spraying on and back rolling a hot stucco wall, I mean, it just takes the moisture out of the paint so fast it doesn't have time to cure up.
Exactly. And so what you'll run into with maybe a product, if you're not using this, you're painting in the middle of the summer, you might see a lot of streaking if you're back rolling, because you'll see these lines right on the side, and you'll be like, oh, I can see exactly where they rolled. But with Latitude, you don't get that same flashing like you're talking about.
And that's Sherwin-Williams product?
It is a Sherwin-Williams product.
Latitude.
Yeah. Latitude is the name.
Okay, so it lets you take a paint application up to 120 ambient degrees. At that point, painters don't even like to be outside.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. We're never having our painters paint when it's 120, right? Usually they're home by 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon on the days it's projected to be over 110 even. It's all about safety, staying hydrated out there. So.
And now how low can we go? I mean, Jennifer and I were up in the White Mountains last weekend, and I know y'all never like to paint in the wind, but I mean, it was like 26 degrees with 35-mile-an-hour winds, and I didn't even like skiing in that weather.
Oh, I can't imagine. Yeah, that's not very fun.
But how cold can you go in a paint application?
That's a really good question, right? So with this, it says 35 degrees is what it's rated for. So obviously, we'd recommend our painters are wearing gloves at that point, right? If they're painting in 35. But that means, hey, during Flagstaff, if you have maybe a Christmas party coming up that you weren't ready for this next winter, we'll be able to get up there and get that taken care of for you.
All right, so you've got the new Latitude product. That's something new, and that's significant.
Oh, yeah. It's been a game changer, right? A lot of people are scared to paint in the summertime, and this kind of helps alleviate that and make sure, hey, we're delivering a quality product all summer long.
Rosie on the house, every Arizona home